Hey there, hi there, hello there, y'all. What is up? I figured that we could try something new. Why not? A little craft room vlog of sorts. So basically, I haven't been like, other than doing little tutorials, I'm not exactly sure what to film for YouTube, to be so honest. And if you're wondering what I'm making right now, I'm making a bunch of my 2 pocket holders. I have a tutorial on this, but this is like a side quest. This is like a not even related to like regular just crafting to craft. This is like I got invited by a friend to, she is doing a like fall fair kind of thing in the middle of September, and so she has like a junk journal, like actual like website, etc, etc. Anyway, so she invited me to come with her to this event to try to sell some stuff, to like see how it goes. So, you know, I also wanted to be considerate of like what she has and what she is selling, you know what I mean? And not feel like I was going to be bringing anything that would like step on anyone's toes by any means. So yeah, I kind of thought up this whole new thing. So first of all, I'm going to be selling a bunch of like journal and bag charms. Like they could be either, realistically, because I switched it up. I don't use just like a regular paper clip anymore. I get those big old giant golden ones. And yeah, so I switched that up. They're like, they look so much better now. I'll probably end up doing a little video of like what I am taking and then like how it goes, if anyone would be like interested in that. But yeah, so it's a 2-day little thing and it's a little over a month away. So the thing I'm making now is my like, sorry, I'm waiting for an email, so I'm refreshing my email. Anywho, here is my like prototype. This will be it. It'll be more and it'll be better. It is a make your own set of artist trading cards, or ATCs. I've gotten really into ATCs and they're becoming like a popular thing, I feel like. So yeah, I am making, so these little holders are what's gonna like hold the stuff, the kit, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm making a bunch of them in like different themes. Living the dream. Over here, I'll show you the ones I have done that are all glued together. Some of them already have cards in them, but this is colors, just a color theme. So red, green, yellow, orange, blue. Those are the ones I have done so far. I'm not gonna do, there's a lot here. There's a lot of cards here. I'm gonna take some out, but I just kind of, for now, put in everything that I had cut for that specific color theme, whatever. So yeah, I have 2 that are done. That one that I showed you was like floral. This one is like fall. So yeah, I'm excited. There's 8 cards, bases for the cards in here, and yeah, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna package it. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of thoughts. But yeah, so craft room vlog, because why not? I'm just sitting here doing crafty stuff, thinking about crafty stuff. Might as well think out loud for a minute. And yeah, I'm just gluing stuff right now. Like literally, I pre-cut all of these last night and this morning. And then today I've just been gluing. It's all I've been doing all day. Anywho. I've got like the jitters a little bit, you know what I mean? I got some stuff to specifically go with these little sets. I'll show you a little haul, a little Hobby Lobby haul. So we have 2 sticker books for the color theme, obviously. And then this one. And then we have 2 ephemera sets. And the color ones, probably just gonna go through like what I have for the most part to figure out like what to put in them specifically. Yeah. Okay. I'll see y'all in the next clip. Good morning, y'all. Well, it's morning for me right now. I don't know when y'all are watching this. Maybe I shouldn't say things so presumptively. Anywho, back for another clip. We're in the craft room. I'm working on another project. I am in the throes of making myself yet another new journal. I swear to y'all, it's like every other week at this point. I feel like I'm making myself some kind of new journal. So yeah, so right now what I'm doing is I have used a bunch of wrapping paper for pages for the journal, and it's all like coiling up. So I'm just kind of like getting it flat, getting all of those same pieces in a stack together and like weighing them down for a bit. Yeah, it's like 6 in the morning. I have been up, it's honestly probably more like 7. I've been up for a while working on this. Yeah, just working on this specific little project here. So basically, did I say what the journal is? Where's the base of it? Here it is. Hold on, wait, let me grab it. So basically, I am making a new memory keeping journal. So, you know, this journal is going to be like, the spreads in here are going to be incredibly intentional. You know, I don't even like know how to like talk about this. Oh my gosh. I guess I'll just kind of like briefly mention. So basically, a college friend of mine, Ryan JJ Godby, was brutally and unfortunately taken from us at the end of June of 2025. You know, there are charges in the case, but Ryan still has not been brought home. You know, I want to be able to journal about, you know, what's going on, my feelings, his memory. And I don't currently have a good journal for these kinds of things. So basically all I've done, I gutted this book, this cookbook, right? I saved these little pages because I like to save those. And then I took some fabric glue and ribbon. That's it. Threw it in the spine. I didn't feel like doing the whole fabric. I didn't feel like doing the whole new spine, da da da. I don't need this journal to be like a 3-inch spine, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be that big. Like one, maybe possibly two. No, it's gonna be one signature. It's gonna be a bulky, big signature, but it's only gonna be one signature in here. I just need a place where I can do some very intentional journaling, you know, and talk about things to myself, for myself, da 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 da. So that's what I'm doing. So I just trimmed the ribbon off the rest of it. I let it dry before I did that because I didn't want it to like slip around while I was cutting. I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that later. I want to get to building this signature. I have so much paper. Let me show you. So yeah, so this is just a old cookbook that was destined for the garbage, truly. So I'm upcycling it into a memory keeping journal. So I don't know that that glue was like 100% dry, so I'm gonna like let that chill for a minute. Anyway, let me show you this stack of all this paper I've got going on. It's a lot. It's definitely too much. So I need to get in here and start figuring it out. Like I've got a couple pieces of tissue paper for pages. We've got, you know, notebook paper. We've got all sorts of like random stuff. Cookbook pages that were in signature style that I can use, you know what I'm saying? Blueprints, we got a couple of those. We got some smaller stuff. I think I'm gonna take out a lot of the smaller stuff because I have enough that is like larger, like the size of this actual book, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so then we've got like scrapbook paper. I'm gonna keep in these ones though. These are tea dyed. Those are from a friend. And I would like to use some of the, there's my pile of, I don't want to use those. Okay, these are other cookbook. Ooh. Hi, buddy. Sorry, my cat Stone just walked in. I didn't know if he was gonna mess up the tripod, but he didn't. Yay. We've got other cookbook pages and some stamp catalog pages. So, and then yeah, all of this like wrapping paper. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna take a nice yellow piece as the beginning and just go from there. I should start at the middle. That's what I usually do. I usually start with my center piece. Okay, let's try that, Erica. Let's try not doing this chaotically. Let's try doing this in an organized fashion. Okay, this is gonna be my middle piece. And now I'm just gonna keep randomly picking stuff to go around it. As such. And you know, not all my pages are the same size, You know, the certain ones that I cut, like the wrapping paper and stuff, are very intentionally sized. And so those of course will fit perfectly. But some of them, you know, are a little, there's little gaps. It's okay, I don't mind. I like to have journals that are made from upcycled materials. You know what I'm saying? And so part of that means that not every page is going to be perfectly the same size. And that's totally cool. You know what I'm saying? Just live your dream, live your life. Make your journal how you want to make your journal, and I'll make mine how I want to make mine. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I'm rolling at the moment. I don't know. I've been dealing with a lot, especially since, you know, obviously I just mentioned losing my college friend Ryan. That's been a lot. It's been really heavy over here dealing with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like moving at the moment. Not like I'm like moving house. Oh, there's Stone. I didn't know he got in the window. Cute. I'm just like moving through life and doing what I need to do to, you know, get through the day-to-day kind of a thing. So, you know what I'm saying? That's some days that's kind of all you can do. And for me, some days have been most days lately, and that is okay, right? Like, you know, grief and trauma and stuff, we all process differently. No one should be judged for how they may process things differently than someone else. And that's totally cool. So yeah, that's the vibe over here on this channel, if you never knew. I'm literally just randomly grabbing from the stacks of papers, like, as I go. And oh, I just realized I haven't used a tea-dyed one yet. Whoopsie. Let's grab one of those. Actually, I'm gonna, because these ones are a lot shorter, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double these up. Actually, I think these are coffee dyed. Pardonne-moi. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. A lot of wrapping paper. So don't forget that it exists. It's right here in front of you. So yeah, so we're just making a journal right now because I need a space for very intentional and thought out memory keeping. And so I'm making myself that place because at the moment I don't have one. And I'm not caring how many pages go into the signature, okay? If you were wondering, I'm not caring. I'm just going for it until I feel like, huh, that's a nice bulky signature. I'm just going to town. I really like this tool, the Awl, AWL. We'll get through it. You know, I'll be able to find it. It's fine. It's fine, okay? Everything's fine. I'm just working through my own stuff. And so this is part of it. I need a place where I can intentionally, you know, do the like memory keeping and whatnot and all of that. Because it's needed. It's needed at this point, so that's what we're gonna do. Where's my other blueprint page? I'm gonna put it in there. Yeah, this is what happens when I put together a signature, is my whole space becomes a chaotic and disorganized mess. And it's fine. This signature, if y'all can't tell, is so bulky. There's probably at least 20 pages in here by now, if I had to take a guess. And some of the pages I'm deciding to flip the other way as I do it. That's fine. Listen, I've done a journal that was a single signature and it had like 40 sheets in it. So like I'm not particularly concerned at the moment. And then of course whatever I end up not using will get set to the side in my stash. This is looking pretty good. I think just a couple more. Okay, cool. Yeah. I always get too much like paper, or like when I'm making a charm I get too many beads out. Like I always get too much so that I have enough. One more. I want this stuff outside. Alright, there's my signature. It's very bulky. It's extremely bulky. So, okay, I'm gonna put all this other stuff away. Hold on. Got my signature. Got my journal. And I got 4 binder clips, one for each corner of when I open this signature. Oopsies, I missed a hole. Okay. So I am just lining things up so that the center of my folds is just about in the center of that ribbon. And then using the, you know, book cover itself as like a guide to make sure that I have all these lines straight. Right? Okay. Is that better? That's much better. Now, okay. I know, I'm not really showing y'all that well this time. This is a craft room vlog, okay? This was not meant to be like a whole tutorial. Okay. Anyway. Now I'm just putting these binder clips on. I'll show you. See? I'm gonna take my awl, punch 3 holes. I like to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Ooh. If you've watched my most recent video, which was a little tutorial on making a miniature journal out of a toilet paper roll, then you would know I like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I think it's the easiest, and it's never let me down before. So that's what I'm going with, y'all. That's what we're doing. Okay. And I've done this so many times now. Like, I've made myself so many journals. I've made so many journals for friends, that this is like, takes me like a second to do. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab, oops, I need to move my mug from my little chai latte I had. Okay, I'm just gonna use this thread because it's ready and available. So this is embroidery floss. This is what I tend to use to bind my journals because I like the sturdiness. I don't like wax thread. I don't like the wax on it. Okay, that's me. That's me and my preferences. You know, people say the like waxed cording, whatever the heck, works really well for binding. Again, I can't get over the wax of it all. I like soft. I like soft. This isn't a huge tangle if you couldn't tell. So yeah, craft room vlog. We're just we're untangling this together. You know, every time you buy a thing of embroidery floss, it comes tangled. Like when you get it, it's pre-tangled. It's never just fine and dandy. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I don't even know if I'm making it better or worse. Where's one of the ends here? Where's the end? What's happening? Y'all, save me. Someone save me. I had to give up in the end and just like cut that knot. Anywho, so now I'm just gonna get a decent amount. Okay, yeah, that whole piece sounds good. That whole piece. And then I'm gonna grab an embroidery needle, which is like, in a pack of needles, it's gonna be like the thickest one, right? Like, I'm gonna try my very best here. Haha. Success. To thread my needle. Okay. Now, I don't need to give you all a tutorial on this. I'm gonna bind this really quick. That's done, that's bound. Some of the pages are sticking out like the smallest little bit, and I'm just like, I might reach that problem when I get to those pages, but for freaking today, I don't care. So now this thing is ready for me to just like decorate however I want, do whatever I want, live my dream. Yeah. Cool. So that's done. I have no idea how I want to like decorate it, so. Oh man. Ooh, this is in the frame. Oopsies. Y'all, where's the other thing I was working on that I set over to somewhere to dry? There it is. I'm gonna grab this and show you because I think it's cute. So, for this, I think I mentioned earlier that I'm doing this like craft fair kind of a thingy. Actually, I think it's more of like a fall market. Anywho, whatever it is. So I've made some journal charms to sell. Here's one of them. It's a calico critter charm, right? And I was like, well, I need packaging. I need something to put it on. I don't want to have to go through the process of like creating something like a graphic and then having it printed. So I'm gonna make my own thing. So I just took some chipboard and painted it, and then I'm gonna write, you know, calico critter journal charm on here. I'm gonna paint the back the same shade of purple, and then probably write like, you know, I don't know, handmade by whatever kind of a thing. But yeah, so that's kind of the thought process. I thought it was cute with little flowers. I thought she was cute. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go, because I think this front side is dry now. Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna at least like slap the purple on the back side of this and let that dry. Figure out, think about what I'm doing with this thing. Oh, yeah, Ariel. Probably have another clip for you later. Hey. So we're back for the final little installment of this little craft room vlog, whatever. So I think I mentioned this, but I'm not sure. Anyway, a friend invited me to do a like craft fair for the first time. So I've been working on products, and then I'm like, okay, thinking through it, you know, I want to have cute packaging. So one of the things I'm selling is like the charm dangle things. So when I put them into the plastic packaging, I want them to have something to like hang on. So this is my like prototype. I think it's cute. I like it. Obviously it's not totally finished, whatever. I'm working on some other ones now. So yeah, I figured I'd just chat with you for a minute. It's been busy, y'all. For me at least. I've been trying my best to keep pretty busy with all of the crafting, trying to do like the social media content of it all. I'll be real, obviously, if you follow me on the TikTok, then you know that I am like the most consistent probably at uploading there. I do upload there literally daily. Same user as here, efm.journaling. I'm also on the Instagram, but I suck at being over there. Like truly, like so honestly with you, I suck. I suck at being on the Instagram. Oh, that's not the one I want. This will work. I just need to mix a little pastel yellow here. Anywho, so yeah, so I've certainly been like trying. It's certainly not easy.
And I understand how and why for people like, you know, Thrifty Day and Paper Terrace, and I don't know, maybe Natasha from Treasure Books. I'm not super sure with her. Whatever. Like, I see why it's like such a full-time thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna start painting stars on these. Some of the blue base chipped off the back of those. That's unfortunate. Anywho, yeah, I see how how and why it is like full-time for them to be like consistently on the platforms, because yeah, it's some work. It's not easy. And so basically what I've been doing lately to have a balance of doing the social media but also like still having a life while I'm at home is on the weekends I will like try and pre-film as much as I can for the week. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, that's how I'm trying to do it. I would love to know in the comments if anyone here also is trying to do the whole social media content thing. I think especially when it comes to doing it creatively, it's really easy to get like burnt out or like have a lack of ideas, right? And so I'm constantly, you know, consuming other people's content to be inspired. I think that's probably one of the best ways to go about it. That's why, you know, I always try to shout out the creators who inspire me the most, which at this very moment is Thrifty Day, Paper Terrace, and if you're over on TikTok, Janine at Love My Wieners, which refers to dachshunds, the dog, wiener dogs. Anywho, so yeah, and then also I'm like constantly consuming like lots of other people's content too. Those are just like my top 3 that like motivate me for sure, that like motivate me creatively and inspire me when I am in like a rut, like a creative rut, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just painting on little stars. I'll show you here in a second. I'll give you an update once I feel like I'm done with this particular shape. Oh, sometimes I get so involved. Yeah, so that's the other thing. So these like packaging cards, I'm hand painting because I don't feel like going through the process of like creating something digitally, having to get it printed, being disappointed with how it was printed, da 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 da. I'm like, I'll just make it. I'll just make it. To be so fair, I'll just quit myself. Because it's like I'm on like a a pretty short time period with this, and so obviously like in the future when I have like time to like dedicate to like product development, you know what I'm saying, then I will do that. I just don't. I have at this point just about a month, and I'm just trying to get the stuff made for the thing, let alone you know, the packaging of it all. Okay, so here's how it's looking so far. These are gonna be for, I don't know if you know the little character things. They're called Disney Doorables. They're just the cutest little things, okay? I don't know how else to describe it other than telling you that they're the cutest little things. And sorry, I'm looking at my brush organizer. It's for a specific paintbrush to do the next shape of stars, which is a different color, so I needed a different brush. Anywho, so these are going to be for the Disney Doorables. Ugh. Okay, don't love that so far. But yeah, this is like my prototype packaging for these things, because I'm not like fully committed to the idea of like painting one of these for every single one. Like I'm kind of committed. I'm kind of thinking it's the way I'm gonna go. I'm just not like fully there. You know, I gotta see them and have them done to really know if I love it. And that's okay. I feel like if you're making products, that's how it should be. You should want it to be like fully at its completed stage before you're like, okay, do I love this? Would I spend the money on this? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm just yammering away. I've been working on these things for hours just because, like, you know, you have to wait for paint to dry to do the next step. And then we got busy today, ran out and did things with ourselves in the world. So yeah. Like I'm kind of loving this. This is kind of really cute, guys. Okay, hold on. Hold the heck on, because like this is kind of serving. And that was the other thing was with the Disney ones, I didn't want to do packaging that was like completely custom themed to the characters on the charm, like to the movie or the whatever. Like I wanted to have just like a standard that I'm doing. So that's why I went with the light blue background and the stars. And it's kind of serving. It's kind of giving me everything I was hoping it would. The only other thing I was thinking was like clouds, but then I was like, I don't want it to be, you know, Toy Story SF. Like that could be totally cute, but that's kind of not like the vision that I was going with. This one star is giving me fuss. But anyway, I hope that y'all are having an awesome whatever day you're watching this, whatever time of day you're watching this. I hope it's going well for you. I am gonna be probably painting stars most of the nights. And genuinely, I don't really know that I'm gonna do like much else creatively. I do need to make a bunch of artist trading cards, but will I work on that tonight or will I work on that tomorrow? undecided at this moment because I want to eat dinner. Okay, it needs like one more up in here, and then I feel like I'm good. This is just a lot of blank space right there. Okay. Sorry, I got really focused for a second there, y'all. And also for like a moment, like forgot that I was recording. That happens literally to the best of us. Okay. Especially if you're doing like a vlog type video. It's very, very, very easy to zone out, okay? Fixing the shape, y'all. I'm fixing the shape. I messed up a little bit. Man, this one's messed up. I want to add one more little one, and then I'll think it's done. And then I'll think it's done, and then I'll show you. Because this one corner needs a little zhuzherina. This is about to be literally so cute to die for. Oh, so cute. So cute. Yeah, nice. Look at this. Love it. Okay, and then I'll write the stuff on it. Okay. Now I have a second one I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do two for the sake of doing two. Why not? And then once they're done, I'm gonna send a bunch of images to the person that invited me to do this with them and get their opinion, and yeah. And even if they end up not being something that I end up using, like for this like craft fair thing, whatever, they'll get used like in my own like journals or something to some extent. But yeah, okay, thanks for joining me. I hope that y'all enjoyed this little craft room vlog. If you did, let me know. I would love to know if this is the kind of video that y'all would like to see. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.